Hello, and welcome to the SolidCAM Virtual Summit from Southern California. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Greg Payton, and I work for the post-development team for SolidCAM USA and Canada. I currently oversee the installation and prove-out of our Swiss-type post-processors. Over the course of the last couple years, I have been traveling across the United States helping develop post-processors for all the major Swiss-type brands, such as Citizen, Star, Tsugami, and many more. Over the next few minutes, I would like to share my journey of how I got up to speed for programming these advanced machines. As you have seen over the course of the last couple days, our commitment to deliver the best CAM package for the ever-expanding advanced mill-turn and Swiss market is being realized. I think that we can all be excited about the new tools that we are seeing. But we cannot stop there. In addition to providing a superior software, we need to make sure that we continue to provide the highest level of support that SolidCAM is known for. We have all noticed the growing trend in the industry that machine shops are leveraging the power and versatility of the advanced mill-turn and Swiss machines to increase the efficiency of their workflow processes. Machine tool builders continue to evolve, resulting in machines that have complex kinematic structures. CAD packages are also becoming more robust, leading to more complex designs that require more complex machining processes. The use of modular tool attachments can dramatically increase the capabilities of these machines while changing the dynamics of that particular tool station. What used to take a multitude of operations can now be completed in one. As you may already know, our talented development team gives us the tools to be able to meet such demands through what is easily the most powerful release of our software in SolidCAM 2021. Whether it be through the machining pattern control, channel synchronization manager, or the new toolkit, SolidCAM provides an easy programming interface to take on the most complex machines. With an advanced software comes the need for advanced support structure to match. Worldwide, SolidCAM has been developing and hiring experts in all machining fields, and it is our goal to continue to build out our knowledge base so that we can best support our customers. My background hasn't always been in the Swiss style field. I got my start in the industry like most others, using CNC mills and lathes. Before joining SolidCAM, I had 14 years of shop experience in which I operated, set up, and eventually programmed these machines. During my time working in a few different shops, I was exposed to a wide variety of CAM software to program with. The latest shop that I worked for designed all their parts in SolidWorks. So when it came time to choose a software package, it was a no-brainer to look for a fully integrated software. The choice to use SolidCAM was an easy one to make due to its power, ease of use, and superb technical support. In the summer of 2016, I was given the opportunity to come work for SolidCAM as an applications engineer, joining the team on the frontline support. My typical job was to provide technical assistance to the customer that called in or submitted service tickets. Being an existing user of SolidCAM, I had thought that I had a really good grasp on what the software could do. But working with the rest of the team really opened my eyes to just how knowledgeable the employees at SolidCAM are. It was a tremendous experience to be able to learn and grow and really be able to utilize the software. It was also at that time that SolidCAM started making some serious strides to become the leader in mill-turn programming software. Version 2016 and 2017 made tremendous improvements to the customer experience for programming the advanced mill-turn machines. It was during these years that I had some opportunities to work directly with our customers, doing on-site training and helping program some of their advanced mill-turn parts. Our SolidCAM 2018 release brought about the official support for Swiss-style programming, And seeing the potential for the market, I jumped at the chance to be able to learn and support these machines. Much like many of the new resellers out there, the biggest question was where to start. How do you program for these advanced Swiss machines? From an initial view, these machines look incredibly complex. Most have a very small working envelope, so the potential for crashing looks high. The sheer amount of tooling that can be engaged at one time is a little overwhelming. But we knew that the orders for Swiss module would be coming soon, so we had to do everything we could to get out in front of it. I started out by looking online for any resources that I could find that would explain what Swiss machining was and how it was different than a standard mill turn center. I was able to find a couple good resources that describe the components of these machines. In order to understand how to run these machines, I needed to understand why there was a need for these machines in the first place. You typically find Swiss machines to be used for small, precise parts, or parts with high length to diameter ratios. I had an idea of how to program the toolpaths in SolidCAM, but was missing some of the pieces that bring the whole picture together. From there, I moved on to watching YouTube videos of the machines themselves in action. Our first order was for a Citizen L32 Type 12 machine, and I remember watching the videos of that machine with all of its tool stations flying around, cutting with both spindles synchronously, and just being awestruck. For that first order, building a post for the Citizen L32, we knew that we needed to bring in some assistance. Our SolidCAM International Swiss expert, Daniel, came to the US to help guide us through this initial build. Myself and Greg Abbas, who is our mill turn expert on the post team, were able to go on site and shadow Daniel as he went through the post building process. I cannot emphasize enough how instrumental it was to be able to learn about the machine from one of our SolidCAM experts with a machine in front of me. While the videos that I had watched gave me an idea of what the machine was capable of, being able to watch it in person and correlate the CAM output to the machine movement was huge to understanding the machine. Not only was Daniel able to explain what we should be looking for and doing when it came to the post, he also provided instruction for how to properly utilize the machine control operations that SolidCAM uses to program for these Swiss type machines. Here I learned that programming for a Swiss machine can be quite a bit different than programming for a traditional lathe. Care must be taken when structuring the order of operations on a Swiss machine, where ID processes are typically defined first so as to keep the material supported in the guide bushing. Over the course of the next 5 days, we were able to see the process that Daniel used to build out a working post for the customer. And fortunately for us, we had 2 orders in the same region. So after a 6-hour car ride, we were able to see this process repeated for another Swiss machine. This time we got to see the prove-out process for a Star SR38 type of beam machine. This gave us an in-depth look at the installation of 2 of the major Swiss brands and how to build posts for each. Daniel's initial visit gave our US team a strong foundation that we could build upon to start making our own Swiss-style post processors. That foundation was further strengthened when SolidCAM Germany hosted an advanced mill turn and Swiss-style post seminar that gave insight into some new functionality of the software that improved the post-writing process, as well as provided instruction for best practices when it comes to building out these posts. Now, the existing members of our post team were already experts in building post processors for advanced mill turn machines as well as multi-axis milling centers, so applying what we learned made it a simple transition to fully supporting Swiss machines. Since that time, our team has been producing posts on our own as needed. Early on, our endeavor consisted of head mill turn post writer Greg Abbas producing the post processor, and myself going on site to prove out the code. Any changes that needed to be made to the post would be relayed back, updated, and verified. In 2019, I joined the post team to help build and develop posts for the Swiss-style machines. With Greg's help, as well as the help of the rest of the SolidCAM team, I am now confident in building posts for any Swiss-style machine. As the success of SolidCAM grows in the market, we recognize the need to continue building out our team of experts to meet the demands of the industry. As you may have already seen earlier, we brought on an expert from Tsugami in Eric Forwith, who has a presentation earlier in this summit. For our new or existing resellers that are looking to bolster their support for advanced mill turn and Swiss-style machines, there are plenty of ways to easily get up to speed. SolidCAM has been working diligently to bolster the resources for building out Swiss-style support. One of the best ways to build that support is to get the most out of the software. SolidCAM offers a wide variety of training methods that allows each user to continue to grow and build. The most convenient method for getting proficient with the software would be our various online resources. If this past year has shown us anything, it is that in-person learning is not always an option. Our online training modules allow the user to learn at their own pace. All aspects of the software have both video and written instructions that provide all you need to learn the software. The training materials also are great to use as a quick reference in the future. Multitudes of reseller webinars are provided showing all the new features of the software and best practices for utilizing the software. All this information can be found directly on our website at solidcam.com. And in addition to the information that can be found on our website, we also have numerous free videos that any user can watch via YouTube. For those of you who want some professional assistance, SolidCAM has a large group of experts worldwide that provide excellent support for all your mill turn and Swiss projects. Where allowed, in-person training or one-on-one online training can be scheduled with one of our experts. Many of the resellers here who already are supporting Swiss-style machines are already familiar with either Daniel or Marina. As I mentioned earlier, having an expert on site helped us tremendously. These sessions can be tailored to the needs of the user to maximize the efficiency of each session. Our experts can walk you through the process of creating a project utilizing the best programming practices so that you can be confident in developing whatever job may come your way in the future. Knowing the software goes hand in hand with having a post-processor that can precisely control your machine. Part of what goes into every post-processor build is getting to know the machine that the post is going to be built for. This means that there is a lot of studying of the programming manuals for that machine. The programming manual allows us to identify the core components of the machine, what axes the components move on, and the specific codes that drive the machine. A lot of these new complex Swiss-style machines have a lot of tool stations and modular components that can be intimidating at first. Getting a feel for each machine's layout goes a long ways towards ultimately understanding what needs to go into the post build. And the manual is a great way of getting familiar with all these components, as most manuals have a section that goes over tool definition, stroke layout, and much more. Manuals are a good way to learn how the machine is supposed to run, but some manuals leave a lot to be desired and shouldn't be your only resource. With each new installation globally, our post library grows and continues to add resources available for all of our post writers worldwide. This extensive library gives our teams the ability to look at the kinematic layout of each machine through our virtual machine ID, or VMID for short. Here we are given a visual guide that controls the functions associated with that machine. We can then collaborate with our SolidCAM experts if we have any questions about the library files, or update the library when new posts are made. While we currently have numerous posts that cover all the major brands of machine tool vendors, we realize that new post files will still need to be built. By using the knowledge gained from studying the manuals and researching existing machine files, post writers can easily and quickly build out the new VMID and post file for most any advanced mill turn or Swiss style machine using existing files from the library as templates or for reference. A lot of times you will find that within brands, a lot of models will have very similar kinematic structures. For instance, if you need to build a post for a Citizen L20 Type 5 and you see an L20 Type 7 in the library, you can take those files from the Type 7 and use them as a template. Verify with the manual as to what the necessary tool station positions and capabilities are, and amend the VMID file accordingly. This can be a huge time saver over building these files out from scratch. All of the information from this newly created VMID file can be exported into our robust machine simulation module. 3D models of the machine components are then assigned to their respective axes or fixed machine location. This module allows us to create high-quality, full kinematic simulations that will show in virtual space all of the components of the machine, and can also be used by the end user to see how the toolpath would run on the machine and alert the user as to any collisions that may occur between any of the components in the machine. For multiple channel machines, this also allows the user to see each channel running in simultaneous movement. When it comes to building out files for our Swiss post processors, we strive to give the best possible experience to our customers. With every installation that we have done here in the United States, we have gone to the customer facility to prove out the post and ensure that it is working according to both the machine's abilities and the customer's needs. Here's a video of some of the testing that we do on site. This programming was done on a Tsugami B205-2 machine. In this video, you'll see that we want to verify the axes alignments are correct for each turret. The arc directions are coming out properly, and you'll also want to test that the milling functionality works in planar as well as with the fourth axis engaged. Another one of the most important factors of proving out the code is making sure that the part pickoff and eject processes are coming out correctly. By the time you are done, the customer should have a post processor that is capable of driving the machine, and having this hands-on experience with the machine is the best way to know the machine and will contribute to the success of your customers. If the customer has an additional request to their post processor, edits can be made and delivered. In the US, we use a work ticket system that the customer is able to make the request through. Once we receive the ticket, we're able to look up that post in our customer database and make any changes necessary. With these tools and the assistance of our SolidCAM experts, you can grow to provide the best support for advanced mill turn and Swiss style machines. Thank you for your attention, and please enjoy the rest of the summit.